Good mornings and salutations. It's all Pro Wrestling Podcast listeners. I am a representative for company who runs finances or oversees the podcast. We apologize for the error in having the correct timing for the podcast to come out. Our new AI program is learning how to edit faster, better, stronger. But it sure beats being a human.
It's wrestling. Welcome to It's All Pro Wrestling Podcast. My name is Bill.
And my name is Doug.
And together we are two men in our 40s talking about professional wrestling, because there needs to be more podcasts about two white men in their 40s giving their opinion on things that they rarely know anything about. Doug.
Yes, Bill.
How was your week?
Well, I went to work. I read a bunch of text messages from you because you got to go to AEW Dynamite.
I did.
And I was so jealous.
Yeah, reasonably so.
Yeah.
Probably a good thing you didn't go with me in the end, though.
True.
True.
And then I've been doing some editing, some photo editing for my side gig photography stuff, which has been fun and rewarding.
Nice. Well, that's nice. I'm glad you're being fulfilled in your life, Doug. I want to know what that. I want to know what that is. Not at
Bill,
all.
You get to coach the future players of the world. That should be
no,
enough.
What? Here's the fucking deal with that. Like, the one benefit of doing that, they actually took it away, and I'm fucking mad. And I might not even like have either kid play for this club.
What they do?
So fucking club sports are expensive, right?
Mm-hmm.
So last year, when I was an assistant coach, they waived the tuition for my son to play. And so, like, I mean, granted, the amount of time obviously I put in was not equitable to the time or what I saved in not paying for his club soccer. And we were going to put in, secure our roster spots and stuff like that today. I sent it but I hadn't heard anything about the coaches. It's called a coaches code.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked the assistant director about it. And he's like, yeah, we're not doing that for assistant coaches. So now I'm like, well, kind of fuck you guys. I can take my kids and my money elsewhere. Because I spend more fucking time. Yeah, I spend more fucking time on the field than I just as much on the time as the head coach. I'm doing 2 assistant coaching spots. I ran practices. So no, Doug, I'm not even being fulfilled through coaching.
I'm sorry. Sorry, buddy. Well, Bill, how was your eventful week?
Well, my week fucking sucked. It just fucking sucked.
I mean, it sounded like you had a cool couple hours.
I had a cool couple hours, and I think we'll go into it in a little bit later.
Yeah, for sure.
I think here's how I'm trying to turn this into a positive light. Is that hell beast that is fucking Colorado Springs, is that I sacrificed a lot on Wednesday night to that fucking shithole. I was blessed through my sacrifices in the most backwards, most evangelical bullshit fucking city in probably America, I was blessed the next day to find out about the death, about the 700 Club's fucking homophobic, transphobic, CIA operative, legit, environmental rapist, that bitch ass Pat Robertson finally fucking died. And I hope all his family dies shortly thereafter, hopefully of jaw cancer. Even hope. The Kim Jordan cancer. That bitch is fuck her. So anyway, no, yeah, my week could have been better. You did mention I went to Dynamite.
I did.
No, and that was about it. Did some editing. Did some
soccer.
No, didn't do any fucking soccer. We're off this week. So Doug, now that we got all the pleasantries out of the way.
Yeah, Bill.
Do you want to talk more about Lucha Libre and Laugh's 10th anniversary spectacular? Best wishes and warmest regards, or did we cover it pretty well?
We covered it pretty well. Night 2.
Yep.
The match that started it off, correct?
Yeah, we jumped ahead on that one.
We had Lilith Graham versus Masha Slamovich, which we were happy to see her return for the second night.
Yeah, we accidentally saw her head to the building as we were heading towards dinner, and it was a pleasant surprise that we got to see Masha. Miyu Yamashita did not had another engagement that night, and so did Dak Draper, but it was nice to see Masha doing back-to-back nights. I had a good match. I had a solid match with Lilith Grimm.
Mm-hmm.
We never did talk about what we ended up getting from the show, because night 1 we didn't get anything, even though we meant to, but we got caught talking to people. And then by the time we were done talking, when we were done talking, like everyone was packing up their shit. So that's on us. But night 2, I just ended up doing just a couple 8x10s. One of them was by Masha. The other one is another Brian Keith.
Ooh, nice.
Because my whole theory is I'm trying to get all the GCW champions now that are coming to town. Even though technically my Nick Gage one was on accident, because it was just Maki Ito's and Nick Gage. Nick Gage had already signed him, and I didn't even realize it. But that's kind of my new goal. And how much shit did you buy? You bought a shirt. I know that.
I bought a shirt, and then as I was talking with Brian Keith, I bought 2 stickers and ran one out to you real quick. And that's all I bought.
You bought that sticker for me?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm looking at it right now. In fact,
they were $5, and it was one of those things where I had a 10, and I'm like, no, like I want to give him this money, so like, okay, I'll take 2.
All right, well, cool. Well, thank you. I just thought I for some reason just thought like he gave you one or something like that, and you just ran it out to me real quick.
And yeah, I bought the really cool Dark Sheik shirt.
Yeah, you got the Dark Sheik shirt, and that was it. You came off light.
I usually pick up a couple of 8x10s. I was getting ready to go get one of Abaddon, and they had already packed up.
Yeah, Abaddon had a huge line.
Yeah, for sure.
Night 2, which was awesome, because that was cool that they were able to make some money. And I got an 8x10 the last time they were there, so I was just, and like I couldn't really see what they had, because the pile, like it was not a line, but it was more just like a grouping or around their stuff. So it was just kind of difficult for me to figure out what the hell was going on with what they had. And it was one of those things I was like, I got Effie. I got it. Like, I want to give Effie some money, but I've given Effie money.
Do you have an 8x10 of Effie?
I don't. Oh. No,
yeah. I thought you bought one that first time.
No, I just bought a shirt. Because I really like that shirt.
I got the 8x10 the first time we saw him.
Fair.
There is one person I want to mention that unfortunately is going through an injury, and it's really unfortunate that they weren't able to be a part of this anniversary show, because up till they got injured, I had seen him not only in every Lucha Libre show I've ever been to since the beginning, but in every Colorado local show until they got injured, and that's Cody Devine.
Yeah.
It's too bad. Yeah, he's injured, and hopefully he'll be
Did
making
you
a
see
recovery.
Cody? I don't remember seeing Cody around even for it.
Since we're best friends, I saw that he's out of town.
Okay. You're so cool. They all like you so much.
So cool. Yeah, but now you have like half-hour conversations.
No, I just make them nervous.
You just make them nervous.
I make them nervous because all I do is just breathe heavy and stare at them like someone else I know when they're at the clown's den. Anyway,
Bill.
Doug.
Yes, Bill.
Did you watch wrestling?
Little to none.
What do you mean by little to none?
I watched the homeworks.
Okay, that's a start.
I at least got that in.
Both those matches weren't very long, but that's good.
No. And I watched the first half, 3/4 of Dynamite, and one match of Rampage.
How much fucking Dynamite did you watch? When did you end it? Okay, we're going into Dynamite. How much fucking Dynamite did you watch?
The Jungle Hook match.
The Jungle Hook match. The Jungle Hook match was
the
halfway point. It was the halfway point. It was Jungle Hook before or after MJF, because I don't remember.
After.
I want to say MJF.
I definitely saw
after.
MJF.
Okay, so it might have been after. Okay, I'll give you it was maybe the 2/3 mark. Maybe.
Okay.
Did you finish the Jungle Hook match?
No.
Doug, do you know how many times I watched Dynamite?
Wait, I think I woke up. No, I woke up and saw Sting. Wait, is that that wasn't the Jungle? That definitely wasn't the Jungle Hook match.
That was not the Jungle Hook match, Doug. That was the Orange Cassidy Swerve Strickland match.
Oh, that was early on.
That was the first match.
I was a sleepy boy. Okay, Bill, you want to know why I didn't watch?
Sure. Because you just wanted to ride my coattails. You wanted to live.
I wanted to
hear.
I wanted to live through you. I wanted to hear you tell all the stories without actually have seen anything. So Bill, set the mood.
Set the mood.
So you got in your car.
No, hold on. All right, here's what I'm gonna say. I bought an insanely cheap ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was one of those situations. The only reason why I decided to go, because we had mentioned it before on not the spectacular episode, but the last episode, that you were thinking about going initially, and then I had so little enthusiasm for it that you just kind of backburnered it, and then I was just like, I might look at tickets and see how, try to find something. And then by that time you figured that you had to work. Yeah, so the main reason why I decided to go, the fact that I knew Takeshita, well, didn't know, but had a good feeling that I would see my sweet, beautiful, my hunkiest beautiful boy, Konosuke Takeshita, at Colorado Springs, with a possibility, highly unlikely, because it's Colorado Springs and not fucking Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
There might be a New Japan pop-up.
Mm-hmm.
Hoping in my hearts of hearts that for some reason Lil Kazu comes out with Best Friends. Just one of those things.
Because why not?
Yeah, but at the same time, they're not flying him into B-Show fucking Colorado. And then Orange, and then Cassidy versus fucking Swerve. I was like, that was announced last week. I was like, that's a good fucking match. I really want to see that. And then I saw BCC versus Chaos. So at least I got my Rocky Romero in. And I knew that would be good. And also my favorite long-term storyline right now is Wheeler Yuta and Chuck Taylor. So and obviously they're going to wrestle each other, I think, for the first time since Yuta defected from Best Friends. So yeah, I was just like, fuck it. Got a super cheap ticket. I have a good policy I'm not going to tell anyone about because I don't want you fuckers taking it away from me now. But essentially, I'm just going to buy my tickets late and go sit anywhere the fuck I want and take it from there. Got great seats.
See where an empty seat is and then go.
Or like an empty section, if you were. I paid attention in Broomfield where the empty sections were.
Okay.
And I paid attention to where they were, and I sat in one of the best empty sections I could have.
Nice.
So, and I wasn't taking my seats away from anyone or anything like that. I paid a market price for my ticket, and I just decided to sit where I wanted.
You didn't go on the floor or anything, so.
No, I wasn't taking super advantage of it. Just sat where I wanted because no one else was fucking sitting there. And no one else sat there until almost the very end of the night. So fuck it. But anyway, little wink wink to y'all. Don't spend $200 fucking dollars on B show seats. That's my thought now.
Yeah.
So anyway, decided that I was needed to get down to Colorado Springs. Bell time was posted at 5:00. I was just like, I'm not standing in line to get where I need to go. I'll try to plan it out, get there around 5. Got there a little early, like 4:40 or so, got in the arena. Technically, somehow magically 4 Topo Chicos entered my body during a time. So I was feeling pretty good on the way in. Grabbed my Mango tall boy, went and sat down and watched some ROH tapings.
Nice.
First match had Maki Ito in it and Willow versus Emi Sakura and a pretty angel lady. I think her name's like Devin Monroe or something like that. I looked it up. I'm not going to tell who won, but I got to see Maki Ito. Fuck yeah. Great way to open.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah. Next, and then they only had another match for Ring of Honor. It was a guy that I don't care for. He's good in the ring, zero charisma. He's an LA Dojo guy. His name is DKC. I remember seeing him on a free for all or a buy-in or something like that for a Ring of Honor show a while ago. Versus Daniel Garcia. Garcia was awesome. Garcia is really good. He's super fucking good. Real piece of shit.
Did he do that piece of shit dance move?
Oh, he did it probably 2 times too many, but he was getting the reaction. So who fought for me?
Yeah,
he was doing it 2 times too many. He was getting a reaction each and every time.
For sure.
The crowd that was there for both matches, great fucking crowd. They were super excited to see the people I was excited to see. It wasn't full or anything. In fact, they didn't even start at 5. They started at 5:30.
Huh.
Yeah, but it was cool. I mean, it was a good crowd, good hot crowd. Went and peed because I finished my Mango at that time. Bought another Mango. Went back to my seat, sat, and Dynamite goes, all that good stuff. And to my surprise, because I didn't realize this until after, I think it was probably during your Jungle Hook match, that the Nuggets, I knew the Nuggets were on, but I didn't realize what was happening, because to me, the main event should have been Orange Cassidy versus Swerve for the international title.
But they went on first. Put him out first.
They put it out first. TK put it out first because it was 30 minutes before the Nuggets game. So he was trying to hook people in and keep them watching instead of flipping over. I get it. I was happy. Fucking Orange Cassidy and Swerve was as good as I thought it could be. It was perfect. I watched it. I mean, I rewatched everything on TV. Yeah, I was Swerve's the fucking man. He's fucking cool as shit. Prince Nana. I am a Prince Nana guy now. He's fucking cool as shit. Brian Cage fucking sucks and he does bar mitzvahs or wedding rehearsals now. So fuck him. Fucking goober. Swerve's fucking cool as shit. That match was fucking insane. Like, it was a great match. I was surprised Orange won. I really was, but I think now he holds it until Forbidden Door. Swerve gets grumpy because Cassidy held the tights for a pin, even though Swerve did it twice before. And they get grumpy and they attack Orange Cassidy. And then
what happened, Bill?
It went spooky dark and Sting happened.
Oh, man.
I would not have thought I would have reacted the way I did. But like I was tingling seeing Sting. Like it was so weird. Like in a good way. Like I was just like, I literally was just like completely like, oh God, that's Sting. That's so cool. Oh man, that's cool. It's Sting. And like I'm just like,
saw Sting was like 25 years ago.
Last time I saw Sting was 22. Probably around 22 years ago. Probably I gotta look it up because it's either the last time 98. I saw wrestling in that godforsaken fucking World Arena.
Okay.
Oh God, I gotta set World Arena in a sec now. Or it was when you and I and Rory and Chris went to that Nitro in 98.
Yeah.
Like, so I mean, yeah, you're right. Like it's 25 or 22 years, give or take. I can't remember if Sting was at World Arena when I went with Mike Peterson to that Nitro, but there's a 50-50 shot at the time. Right. I just remember Sid Vicious. Like I just remember Sid running roughshod over everyone, and it was fucking funny and worthless. I didn't even realize Darby was in the ring fucking 3 to 4 minutes because I was just watching Sting.
Yeah.
Real quick, World Arena.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a better venue to watch wrestling than how I remembered it. Other than that, it's garbage.
How big is it?
It's bigger than First Bank at Broomfield.
Okay.
It's about this. It's like kind of about the same size, but it's taller. Like it's second deck. It has a second deck, and the second deck goes up pretty high. I couldn't tell you the amount of people it holds, but my guess is probably bigger than First Bank, bigger than Budweiser, nowhere near as big as like Pepsi or anything like that.
Okay.
I really can't think of a place that equates the size. Maybe Coliseum, but it's still taller than the Coliseum. Rundown, absolute garbage interior. I will sadly say that I felt like I broke a seat, that my fat ass broke a seat. However, I was like, no, I didn't break this. It just shifted. And there was like no screws in the seat, and it just shifted off its rail.
Nice.
And then I was like, what the fuck? And I looked at the seat next to me, and that seat that was pushed up did the exact same way. I took a picture of it on the Twitter. They don't have fucking recycling there. Well, it's Colorado Springs, and I mean, fuck that. I mean, it doesn't. But at the same time, though, you would expect maybe a large municipality Coliseum to at least have it. It fucking blew my mind. Like I walked up and down the concourse for a little bit, just looking for a place to throw away my fucking can, and I couldn't. Like put in recycling, like a responsible human being. It's almost as run down as Dick's Sporting Goods for the Rapids. Okay. And if you've ever been to Dick's, it's a beautiful facility, but it's been completely run down by the fact that Stan Kroenke fucking sucks. I will say that everyone that worked there, awesome, very pleasant, really cool. They seemed surprised when I said thank you to them, which I felt really bad for them. Like it was one of those, like I tipped and they're like, oh, thank you. I'm like, no, yeah, you guys, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. So these people, so these people working at the rundown piece of shit World Arena, treat them better, Colorado Springs, for fuck's sake. They did well, except for the one crackhead that was getting pretzels. He he was fucking methed out of his head. But I think he was like the manager even. So anyway, so Blackpool Combat Club, Chaos, next match. I was like, Jesus Christ, both fucking matches. How is this going to end for the night? There's a story, brother. Chuck Taylor got a chance to beat the fuck out of Wheeler. Almost every chance he had. First fucking move he puts on Wheeler's a goddamn pile driver.
Yeah.
That was such a awesome. Fuck you. I loved it. And Yuta's a big motherfucking piece of shit. And Claudio and Moxley were great. Chuck got some actual offense in, which was nice to see. That fucking, did you see that moonsault that Trent had that Claudio caught him on?
Yeah, I watched it like 3 times.
That was an audible gasp from the crowd when that happened. Like everyone just was blown away. Finished well, good match. I mean, I couldn't be happier with that match. That was a great little match. Wheeler. How
was Claudio's back muscles?
They were okay. I was far away, Doug. I wasn't like super far, but
from where my wife and I were sitting last time, we just kept talking about how amazing Claudio's back looked.
Yeah, it's a good looking back.
He's like a ripped in person.
Yeah, no, he's so much bigger in person than you think. So much fucking bigger. And so is fucking well, I can attest to say that like Chuck and Trent are way bigger than I thought they would be when I came across them later. Like they were way bigger than I thought. Like Chuck's fucking bigger than me, which I wasn't quite thinking he would be. I don't know.
Well, I want Rocky, like a 20-minute story about that later.
There's not a 20-minute story because it was like 13. It was maybe like a minute. It was disappointing that I didn't see more of Rocky, but I got to see Rocky, so fuck it.
Yeah.
Texas Tornado match sucked to watch from the crowd.
Did it?
Did you fall asleep during it? Like, did you see Preston Vance get busted open?
No, I think I pretty much like, they're getting attacked. Yeah, I'm gonna take a nap.
I'm so sleepy. Yeah, so it came off a lot better on TV. It really did. That it was okay. In blood, and I literally said, I yelled because I don't think of things. I just yell like, where the fuck did he get busted open? Like there's like a family sitting behind me and I felt bad. Most unenthusiastic fucking thing I've ever witnessed. MJF saying I don't have any real opponents, which I'm tired of him doing that. Like I don't mind that, but it just and then the worst person other than Chris Jericho to show up to make me go automatically like, fuck this. I don't want to see it. Adam Cole.
Did it come off better on TV than it did live?
A little bit.
Or did he not give a shit either way?
Oh, I would have been just as mad watching it on TV. 100% I would have been just as mad watching it on TV. And I was not mad, but just like, I don't give a fuck. It looked better on TV. I can tell you that every time MJF would turn to the crowd or say something to the crowd like, hey, dummies, I'm the one with the mic. The reason why he did that is because no one was talking.
Oh, shit.
Because no one was booing, no one was doing shit because it was already like everyone was already bored by it. And that was as Adam Cole came out. He would then get a bunch of boos from it. I hate Adam Cole more now than I've ever hated Adam Cole in my life. Every movement that he did during his promo was from promo school with fucking HBK at NXT. I can fucking tell. And it fucking made me so goddamn mad. Like, I was just watching it and I'm like, motherfucker, just be an asshole. I fucking hate you. Every movement he made, like it's so fucking rehearsed. It's so goddamn choreographed. It's so television-y. It sucks. It sucked to watch fucking live. Then thank God, so my big beautiful boy, gorgeous boy,
who's that, Bill?
Konosuke Takeshita comes out to no theme music.
No music.
No music. It was fucking weird. Like, I feel like someone fucked up. Someone fucked up pretty bad. And he wrestled a local gentleman by the name of Damon Ace, who was already in the ring. If he got announced, I didn't fucking hear him. Justin Roberts fucking sucks. The least charismatic human being I've ever seen anywhere near a wrestling ring. And I've seen really bad ring announcers at New Era. And it's
I felt like Justin Roberts was really good the first time we saw him.
I couldn't remember if he was there the first time or not. But compared to Dasha was so much better. But Takeshita comes out, looks beautiful, looks hunky. Damon Ace is a big guy, tall as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Callus, big fucking dude too. Like, he's not tiny at all.
Pretty big guy.
Yeah, maybe an inch or two shorter than Takeshita, but that's not saying much because Takeshita is like 6'3", 6'4", easy. Oh, they're saying 6'2", but still looked big. Squash. Takeshita looked great. Boos start emanating, and the boos that you hear on TV, that was not piped in. We couldn't hear anything that Callus was saying. I didn't even realize Takeshita said anything at all because it was just so loud. Don Callis can work. Statlander and a J. I gotta see Statlander. That was good.
That's cool.
By this time, the crowd is dead.
She didn't get a good pop.
She got an okay pop, but Anna Jay comes out first. We have main event Switchblade Jay White of Bullet Club Extra Gold versus Ricky Starks. This is it. This is the final blow off. Even though this whole angle has been pretty flat, in my opinion, it doesn't feel like anyone no one's really gravitated towards it. So Jay White comes out, and this is when I realize that Colorado Springs is very similar to Thornton, Colorado, in the aspects that it's at least 5 years behind culturally, because too sweet, whoop, whoop, too sweet, whoop, whoop, for the first 5 fucking minutes of fucking Jay White.
Jesus.
Look in the crowd. If you look in the crowd during like the tornado match and stuff like that, there's so many fucking Bullet Club shirts that are sitting on the floor. So here's the good thing. Here's the good news about it. Those are diehard dedicated wrestling fans. Colorado Springs has just based on how many promotions are down there and how many promotions are doing pretty dang well down there. Colorado Springs is a good wrestling town. It really is, as far as like wrestling fans are concerned.
Yes.
And you could tell that by how people were sitting. The floor was packed to the gills. The hard cam side, place towards the hard cam, was filled. And I would say 2/3 to 3/4 of the second level of the hard cam was filled, facing the entryway. So that would be like hard cam right. The second level up there was filled because those were the cheaper tickets. And so there's people who wanted to see wrestling, but didn't want to pay the fucking money or couldn't pay the money because the fucking tickets are fucking expensive. And then the first level was like 5 rows deep were full, and then everything else was pretty blank.
Okay.
Those were pretty expensive tickets as well. But the people that were there were good crowd. It was a good crowd, but they're 5 years behind. You, without my permission, put a text out on the internet about some of the fans there. Did you see the one? Did you see the one that one of them is a grocery worker?
I think so.
Because I could tell because he had a union lanyard, which good for him, man. Fuck the system. Ricky Starks comes out and they go, and really, other than the too sweet whoop whoop, which I know that's a thing. But for fuck's sake, guys, like who's done the too sweet whoop whoop in the last 5 years since fucking like the Young Bucks left Ring of Honor?
Yeah.
It's just not there. So I don't know. Other than too sweet whoop whoop, crowd is dead. Like just dead. Now, here's what I will say. Jay White and Ricky Starks was a fantastic fucking match. By the end of that match, they got the entire arena involved and biting on everything. They did that.
Good.
This is probably the best Jay White match other than when he was like having those one-offs in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
This was a great Ricky match too. It really was. Shit ending. Didn't really like it, but it happened. And that's how it finished. Watched Rampage. They had already announced what the Rampage card was going to be. Mm-hmm. And I made a decision based on that card that I was going to, if they were going to put one match at the end, I would sit through everything. And if they had put one match in the very beginning, which I had a feeling they would, that I would probably be leaving after that match. So the card that they the card that they presented, Bandito with the Lucha Brothers versus Big Bill, Ethan Page, and Lee Moriarty. They said Hobbs was appearing, not against who. And then Billy Gunn, the Acclaimed versus Spanish Announce Project. And for the number one contendership match, Sky Blue versus Britt versus Mercedes Martinez versus Nyla Rose. I will definitely want to watch Bandito and Lucha Brothers versus Big Bill, Ethan Page, Lee Moriarty, because they're fucking good. Like, I love everyone involved except for Penta in that. But my hatred for Penta is only because the Zé Domedos. And by this time, I was also kind of like, I was just tired. Wasn't feeling the greatest. The mangoes I had, I'm pretty sure were like out of date because only sissies drink mango at the World Arena.
Yeah, but they don't know it's mango.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But they're backwards. They're all fucking backwards. Do you know that in Colorado Springs, there is a church, and I can't think of it. It's not focused on the family. New Life Church, maybe I think it's called. Let me look it real quick. But if it is the New Life Church,
is it the size of the World Arena?
I don't know. All I know is that this was a church that was pretty prevalent in the 90s. Their members went from block to block in Colorado Springs, and one would be at one end of the block and one would be at the other. And they would meet in the center. And as they would meet in the center, they were actually blessing each house and trying to exorcise demons out of the house. So, yeah. Oh, shit. New Life Church is over near fucking In-N-Out and shit. Near Whataburger, In-N-Out. Yeah, it's that church. Okay. I forgot about that.
Oh, I think I drove by that huge fucker.
Yeah, you did. You definitely did. So the former pastor of the New Life Church, Mr. Ted Haggard, I bet you can believe what Ted was preaching as far as homosexuality and people being different. And, you could probably have an idea, right? He was very, very homophobic, all homosexuals and transsexuals and anyone that wasn't a white male, essentially, and maybe a white female if she was good, is going to hell. Ted Haggard was picked up by, I think it was Denver PD. He was found in a hotel room, I believe, purchasing and possessing methamphetamine with a gay male prostitute. Goes back and forth here and there about it. And he swears up and down that he's not gay and that's evil and everything like that. And then eventually he says that he is gay, but the devil has made him do it. All the while still taking money from people and having his fellowship pray demons out of people's houses and buildings in the greater Colorado Springs area. Yeah, he keeps on slipping up, Doug. Keeps on slipping up. They keep on finding him with a bunch of drugs and gay male prostitutes. Like,
God.
here's the deal. I don't fault prostitution as long as it's safe. It should be legalized. It should be safe. It should be relatively regulated. Keeps everyone safe, especially the sex worker. So you're doing that. That's fine. You're struggling with your sexuality. That's fine. It happens. A lot of people do, no matter what. But to condemn certain people in general is fucking horrible. I hope you get jaw cancer. I hope you die like Pat Robertson. And I hope your family does too. And I hope something mysteriously happens to the New Life Church, located at 11025 Voyager Parkway, Colorado Springs, Colorado. You can find it right off of I-25 off the Interquest exit, Doug. In case you were wondering where to find it and something mysteriously happens to it.
I hope all the demons enter that building.
No, the demons are there, brother. The demons are there. I don't know why I went on that rampage, other than I wanted to teach people about New Life Church.
Because you were talking about Rampage.
So, real quick, and if you want a very good podcast episode, it is by a journalist down in the Colorado Springs. She is fantastic. Her name is Heidi Beadle. She works for the Colorado Times Recorder. And the podcast is, let me pull it up real quick. Oh, it's called The Western Fringe is the name of the podcast itself. She does a whole podcast about the New Life Church. Everything she does is about the, not say dark history of Colorado itself, but of kind of the dark history, and then also like the ghouls of like she does cattle mutilation stuff and stuff like that. She's great. I like her. I love her reporting. Follow her if you're in Colorado and you think that's some groovy shit, because she does some great work. Again, it's Heidi Beadle. So anyway,
cool name.
Yeah, and she's awesome. Like she's really super cool. So anyway, first match, Bandito. It's the Bandito match.
How's Bandito?
Bandito is so fucking good.
Can he go?
Oh, Bandito can go. Bandito, I need to see more Bandito live. I think a dream match for me right now would be Bandito versus Pac, because they're the same. They're both these little muscle guys who are way too quick and whose feet are way too good. And that is the dream match I want. I want Pac versus Bandito.
Where's Pac, by the way?
I don't fucking know. Newcastle and Leeds. That was a bad Pac, but fuck it. I assume he's going to be at Wembley. Yes, shut up. But yeah, Bandito fucking live is great. Crowd was alive for this fucking match just because of Lucha Brothers and Bandito.
Were they eating up the Zero Meadows?
They were, and which is fine. That's cool, because they actually, like, they were just even chanting just Lucha Libre during it. Like, I mean, great crowd for it. Big Bill's the fucking man. I saw a squisher.
Did you yet?
Yes. So he missed the squisher, but he did it. And I went, squisher? Ethan Page, fucking great. Lee Moriarty's the fucking man. He impressed me more than Daniel Garcia, if we're going to do the head-to-head. And not as much as Wheeler, but Wheeler was wrestling differently because Wheeler's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But like, if you were to like take the three, like it's Wheeler, and then slightly below him is Lee, and then below him was Garcia. All three were amazing. But if we're keeping that look at the trifecta of guys who can go, that's how I would do it. Lee Moriarty was great. He was super good. And then I left. I kind of forgot about Hobbs, but at that time, unfortunately,
you definitely forgot QT Marshall would be with him.
I forgot completely that QT Marshall was with him. I completely fucking spaced it. I missed QT. I missed the Powerhouse Hobbs match who wrestled Caleb Crush, local.
Yes.
Local guy, been around forever. We mentioned him on the last episode, the Lucha Libre and Laughs 10th anniversary spectacular. Best wishes, warm regards. I saw a Instagram video of the match. I assume this is the match that you actually watched?
Yes, I watched this right before the podcast.
Yeah. I guess, well, Caleb, we like Caleb, so
Yeah, he's
give him a ratings boost. Give him or something
for sure. He's hailed from Colorado Springs.
He might be from the Springs, but isn't he hailed normally from like Cherry Hills?
Something like that.
And do you know what Cherry Hills is?
No.
Cherry Hills is essentially the equivalent of Carcosa. In Denver. It's where all the rich people who do Carcosa things from True Detective season 1 do.
But I know where he really lives.
Cool, Doug. You're friends with everyone, ain't you, Doug?
No,
friends with anyone.
but
everyone's your best friend.
Bill, only you are my best friend, Bill.
What?
I don't know.
What are you whispering?
I don't know, Bill.
Anyway,
he took some monster bumps really well.
He took the spine buster really well. That spine, like he took it hard, but he protected his fucking head, which I was really, really thankful for him. Yeah, from the Instagram video I saw. So he looked good.
Mm-hmm.
And Hobbs looked good, and QT was there, and the pretty lady was there. And
so then you went home, right? You just went home.
Yeah, I went straight home. But as I was heading out, I was walking down the concourse out to the exit, maybe like 2 entry doors away or entry portals, whatever, to get to places. I see